Hello. So I have not made a video in a while, so I wanted to put this together. It's just going to be raw, uncut. I'm going to upload it directly to YouTube afterwards because it has been so long. This last period of time has been very interesting. We've gone from spending like 2.5 weeks on this huge enterprise pitch. I got back to Ukraine, and then from Ukraine, I had a specific plan for what I wanted to go after, launch Ad Scientist, make it so that we can start bringing on clients, and another opportunity stepped in front of us. This one was specifically cultivated around the same skills that I've been developing and as a team we've been developing for the last several months. And what this entails was basically being able to go into the affiliate industry. We have somebody that was giving us an opportunity to potentially, and yeah, it's a lot of maybes and perhaps and potentially is in here yet. It's something where it was a shot. We saw it as maybe a 10% probability that we could do this, yet to succeed at this would make it so that we have enough revenue coming in to be able to support ourselves and to support our team. So we've gone for it, and it's now been 3 weeks of having every single aspect of what we thought we knew of our infrastructure, of our capacity, everything being tested. And it's brought a lot out of me. It's taken a lot of time, a lot of attention. A lot of part of what I struggle with is this a distraction? Do I need to focus on that original plan? Like what should I do? And so every single day I'm assessing this, and I'm considering and thinking about, well, what's the right thing? What makes the most sense? What's going to take us to that point that we want to be at as a business, and for myself as a man? Where is it that I should be applying my attention to become that person? And a lot of it has come down to refining that this is a period of time in my life to develop skills, to develop talents, to understand what it takes to be able to succeed, to stay focused, to learn and to take action effectively to produce a result. And it's something where I've had a few opportunities to talk with people outside of my very small normal circle here in Kyiv. And the people that I've spoken with have each had the same response in hearing my story, what things I'm working on now, where my focus is at. They're just simply amazed at my ability to stay focused, to stay motivated, despite the fact that it has now been, I guess, 6 months of challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. I mean, at one point being broke and stuck in a literal village. Like, it has been a crazy time. At the same time, though, it's something where for myself, it hasn't, the way they described my own story to me didn't even feel like me, because when I heard them describing my own story back to me just from a third person view, it didn't even sound real. Like, how would a person get through those challenges? How would they come up with solutions? And I realized that I had tapped into almost a superpower of motivation, because for me it's not just a couple of months, 6 months of overcoming challenges. It's been years of specific dedicated focus towards becoming the man that I know that I can, to do the things that I have envisioned to do. And today I heard a story of a man named Leo that came from, I forgot the name of the slums. It's like Tafares, I don't know. So some really fucked up slums in Brazil. And this man, he grew up in a very rough life, very rough environment. His mother did everything that he could to support him, and his brother, they were just kids at the time, and unfortunately she got very, very sick. He was a teenager, his brother was a child, and the two of them did everything that they could. They found whatever work they could, they saved as much money as they could, but between getting robbed, between facing issues, I mean, they weren't able to do it, and they failed, and his mother passed. So it was now just him at 17 years old and his brother at 8 years old, living in the slums, doing everything that they can to figure out how to survive. It got so bad that he was starving, his brother was starving. He saw a plate of food in someone's home, was so hungry that he went in just to try to eat a meal, and these 3 guys were there in the house, and they jumped him. They were going to kill him. And they agreed not to after he begged and pleaded for his life, said he has a brother that he's trying to feed, he's trying to save. And they agreed to let him go, but they stole everything he had, all of his money, his backpack, literally even his shoes. He was stuck with nothing. He ended up walking around the slums, and he saw a man that was massively out of place. A man had very nice shoes, tall guy, clearly not, for that environment. And he recognized that this man would be in trouble. And so he thought, okay, perhaps if I help this man, explain to him that the way that he's acting, the way that he's walking, he's certainly going to get robbed. something bad's going to happen to him. And that maybe if he agrees to help this man out of this place and show him how to, be here in a better way, that this man might buy him food. That's all his only intention. So he did. He started talking with the man. They ended up sitting down. Turns out the guy wanted to learn more about this district, understand more about it, because he owns a tourism company and wanted to be able to understand more about this area. And they came to an agreement that Leo would teach the man his area, show him the entire environment, show him a lot of those details, and the man would buy him groceries. So they did that. He did. And at the end of it, Leo saw an opportunity and was just like, practically begged the man, please give me a chance to work for you. The man had said that you are by far more thorough, more detailed than any of my tour guides in the city. And the man already had a very successful company. And so Leo's like, can I work for you? The man said, no, you cannot. He said, here's a bunch of books about the city, about Brazil. Study these books, learn everything that you can. I'll come back and I will test you in 2 weeks. If you pass my very rigorous tests, then I will hire you. If not, then there's not going to be an opportunity for you. And so Leo has these books, and Leo had all sorts of learning issues. He was told he was stupid, he was dumb when he was in school. He never found himself to be somebody that was very competent at learning. Yet here he is in his house in the slums, watching his brother starve. He's starving. He had 1 week of food and 2 weeks until the man would come back. And so what he did was he gave almost all of the food to his brother. And he proceeded, starving, to study as if his life depended on it. To be able to stay up late, wake up early, just nonstop, completely sleep deprived and starving, to focus only on studying these books, just for the chance that he would be able to get a job working for this gentleman. And the entire time he struggled with things that, quite frankly, I felt struggles with too. Something that maybe I should be doing something different. I have other skills, I have other talents that perhaps I could be leveraging. I have opportunities that perhaps I could pursue. Maybe at the same time, they're questionable and don't resolve the full challenges. And so Leo decided he's going to focus in all of that. He's going to risk not just their futures, but their lives, because they only had so much food and they didn't have additional opportunities. And as opposed to looking for more opportunities, he focused on those books. He studied, he got everything happening. The businessman came back and he spent 6 hours rigorously testing and quizzing Leo to see if he actually understood, if he actually learned what he needed to do. And Leo passed the test. And the man said, he had asked, can I work for you? Is this okay? And he said, I'll think about it. And then he left. He said, he'll come back in a few days. And so these few days were absolutely agonizing for Leo. They didn't have any more food. They're at the end of the rope. He just spent all of this time, every ounce of energy that he had studying and practicing to be able to gain this opportunity. And later on, the man came back. Leo rushed out of the home and was like, can I work with you? Can we leave? Can we hop in your van and go with you right now? The man said, no. Pack your bags first and then you can go. And Leo ended up working for him, not only becoming the best tour guide that this man has ever had, but helping that company grow and succeed to the point that it became the most powerful tourism company in Brazil. Just huge. I think in all of South America. It became a big fuck-off company. Leo made a family. Leo achieved his fullest self, and everything worked out to where he was able to tap into his truest power. And the lesson from this story that just really touched me in a way that is powerful and empowering is that Leo's source of motivation, his superpower that allowed him to not just get out of the situation he was in there in the slums, to also be able to succeed at helping create a massively powerful and successful business, is his ability to stay motivated, to stay focused, to be able to drive through ridiculous challenges like taking a bunch of books when your skill set is not learning, and having to force yourself under ridiculous circumstances, starvation and sleep deprivation, to be able to succeed. And the secret, the source of that motivation, was his gratitude, his thankfulness, his appreciation for opportunities, knowing that by being able to be grateful for the chance to do something, that even when the odds were stacked against him, even when his resources were limited, that at the end of the day he was grateful. He was beyond thankful for the chance to be able to continue to move forward, for the chance to make things right for him and his brother to live a better life. And when I thought about my own life, and I thought about the years of challenges, like, yes, I've had some amazing experiences, making $1 million last year, having my first taste of money, of being able to have my first taste of influence, to do good things around the world, to make cool things happen, to turn an idea into a reality. Yes, there's lots of great things. Yet, if I were to put a balance here, I'd say more often than not, it has been struggle, it has been stress, it has been even pain. Yet, for me, I have stayed motivated and focused and disciplined to continue to move forward, because in every moment, I'm grateful. I'm beyond grateful and appreciative, not just for the great things and the pleasant things that happen in my life, also for those challenges and those opportunities to improve. For myself, it comes from a deeper place of when I look back at my younger years and I think about the way that my mother gave everything to support my sister and I, to empower us and encourage us to be the absolute best people that we can be. It's her belief and faith and seeing the good that the two of us would be able to create in the world in a way that for our entire young lives, she stayed focused, she stayed motivated, and she helped to cultivate us to be the best humans possible. Then to see when my stepfather passed away, he was a father to me growing up, and when he died, and it happened in front of me, it was a tragic, horrible event that damaged me, and it was years of pain afterwards and grief. Yet to see how that taught me the value of life, that we don't know when we wake up in the morning what's going to happen that day. And I remember John, the night that he died, that night he was playing the Wii, the Wii, the gaming console. And John was in love with golf. He loved golf. It was a passion of his. He and his family would often travel and play golf in different places. Golf was a big part of his life. And when he had gotten sick and his body had started to deteriorate, he was not able to play golf anymore. And this caused many issues and was very, very depressing for him. And it was something where that night, actually earlier that day, John had discovered that he can play Wii golf. And I'd come home from work, and this was my first time to be able to have a day off in months. And for me, at that time, I was sleeping like maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours a night. I was completely sleep deprived. I was working all the time. Previous to that, I was studying. I was doing all kind of stuff. And whenever I'd come home that night, I was excited just to get the chance to sleep more than 6 hours. I didn't want to do anything else with my night off. I just wanted to finally get some rest. Like, I was having sexual fantasies about that at that point, to get more than 360 minutes of sleep in a single night. And I remember John's excitement and enthusiasm and just pure joy at finding the Wii. It made him so happy, and it made my heart happy to see him so fulfilled and excited about this silly, kind of stupid thing if you think about it, playing Wii golf, yet knowing what that meant to him. And it was that night that he died. There's more detail I'll share in another video of things that changed my life about that moment, but the main lesson, the main takeaway from that was we have no idea what's going to happen in our lives, and to be grateful, to cultivate true gratitude and appreciation for every single moment, whether it's a moment with a lover, a moment with a friend, a moment with ourselves, to experience life as it is, that there is a power to be able to have this gratitude. And I've carried that with me and cultivated it over the years to where now, yeah, if I face a challenge where I don't have money, people are attacking me, situations are going on with friends, whatever stuff, fill in the blank things, maybe it's health issues, maybe it's relationship, whatever it might be, whatever challenges are occurring, I've learned to be grateful, because as macabre as it might be, I do literally think to myself every day, what if today was my day? What if I died today? When I communicate with somebody, I think to myself, what if today is their last day? What if this is the last moment they get to experience? How do I want to show up if this is my last day on earth? How do I want to show up with the people around me if this is their last day? And by practicing that over the course of many years, it's created something where I don't have to meditate and think about what am I grateful for, what am I appreciative. It's built into every single moment, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. I am constantly finding the absolute best. And when I do get down, when I feel hurt, when I'm sad, when I'm scared, when I'm stressed, I practice, what do I have gratitude for? What do I have appreciation for? And just like Leo in Brazil, just like the way that this man was able to stay focused, stay motivated, to do some crazy, ridiculous, impossible stuff, even with low probabilities of success, because he had practiced gratitude and thankfulness, he was able to tap into a limitless supply of motivation and energy and focus to continue to do whatever it took to achieve his goals and dreams. I share this video because for anybody else who, maybe you're an entrepreneur that is building a business, who has an idea or a vision to provide a solution for something, and maybe the odds are stacked against you, maybe you don't have the resources or the time or the energy to do the thing you want to do. This is now multiple data points I've found of the true power of appreciation, of gratitude, of thankfulness. And I actually brought it down to where even in one of the bracelets that I wear, it's a little Buddha. Let's see if I can get the focus. Get my face out of it, maybe. Alright, that's not working so well. Either way, so this little Buddha bracelet that I wear all the time, it's there as a symbol of appreciation for me. So every time I look down, in that moment, just take a few seconds to find what is the most powerful item of gratitude in that moment. And I must do this hundreds of times a day. And specifically it's a Buddha because when I was in Thailand, I got to experience the gratitude people have. When they say thank you, they don't just say thank you. They bow and are like, thank you. And the amount of feeling and intention that goes into that, taking that into everyday life, whatever you're going through in your life at this time, focus on gratitude, focus on appreciation, and I'm certain that the results are going to be amazing. I'm on in Houston. Thank you so much for watching this video. If there's anything in here that you're curious about, you'd like to learn more about, or maybe you just have your own experience that you'd like to share, I would love to hear that in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye for now.